Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In a weird state. I'm super depressed, super depressed, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna kill myself. So I literally set a date. It's me, Tiffany. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You guys definitely subscribe and join the family. You know, why not? It's free. So basically, I'm just here to talk to you guys about when I first got diagnosed with PNES and how I was put on a bunch of medications, and the side effects that I had with these medications were freaking crazy. When I tell you, it uprooted my whole life and it destroyed relationships I've had with people for years. Like, these medications definitely were the cause of a lot of problems. PNES, if you don't know, is basically, it's called psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. It comes with a wide variety of things, like memory loss, slurred speech. The big thing is seizures, or things that like convulsions that mimic seizures. Sometimes you can't walk, aches, pains, the list goes on and on and on and on and on what PNES is. If you guys don't know what it is, definitely Google it. That's pretty much all I could say. So I ended up in the ICU for 3 days. If you guys want to hear more about that story, I will link it down below in the description box. But when I left the ICU, I went across the street to a psych ward where they prescribed me a bunch of medications. I also then went to a neurologist, and he also prescribed me medication for seizures because they said I was having partial seizures, and it was part PNES, PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I had all that stuff, they said. That's what they said. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna roll with it because I didn't know what was going on for those 3 days. Long story short, I think I was taking like 7 or 8 pills a day, if not more. I was taking topiramate, clonazepam, Seroquel, starts with a T. Oh my gosh, I can't remember everything. Zoloft. Oh my gosh. Or sertraline. I think that's Zoloft. And something starts with a T. Another thing that starts with a T. There was just a bunch of medications that I was taking, but the side effects were crazy. My main issue with the medication was obvious things like I was always tired. I was just like out of it. I felt like an airhead, and there was like mood swings, nausea, stuff like that. Like, you know, wasn't super crazy. And then I didn't start noticing it, but I started noticing the relationships I had with people started to diminish, and I thought it was because of the PNES. I didn't think people knew how to handle it, but it was me being a jackass. Basically, I cussed out almost every single person in my life around the time that I was diagnosed and was on those pills. Everything that was in my mind that I ever thought about them, anything, I said it, and I said it in group text messages. I said it to their face. I just caused so many problems. Like, it was just really bad. I laugh about it now, but some of those relationships are still like destroyed. My friendships of like 15 years, I would argue with them about like money, or like, oh, you don't spend enough time with me, like you don't care, when really they were really going out of their way to help me and my family out. I just didn't see it as support. I don't know, I was just being a huge jerk. So after a while, I was like, you know what, let me try CBD oil, because my friend did tell me about it. So I tried it. I liked how it made me feel. Like, I didn't have a headache, I didn't feel any of the side effects. So I was like, let me start coming off of some of these medications. The number one thing I wanted to come off of was topiramate. which is what the neurologist gave me because of the seizures. I was like, those side effects are nuts and I just can't take it anymore. I was a complete freaking airhead. I couldn't even form a sentence. I couldn't add. That was also part of the PNES, but I was just like dumb, 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 dumb. And they were also like, oh, you're gonna lose weight on it, girl. You're gonna look so good. And that's just like, I'm like, it's not even worth it because I'm gonna be an airhead. So, I started to wean myself off. Obviously, I talked to the neurologist about it. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And as I'm coming off of it, I'm like in a weird state. I'm super depressed, super depressed. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna kill myself. So I literally set a date and I said, if I don't feel better by this date, I'm definitely gonna kill myself. That was red flag number one. Then I started getting like brain zaps and like I don't know, it was like there was something zapping in my head. I'm like, oh my god, like every 2 seconds. My ears were ringing and it was horrible. I did not have seizures or anything like that, but I was 110 million% going to end it all. I think the date was like September 10th or something like that, November 10th. I remember like the number, it was 10. And I ended up telling my mom, I'm like, yo, I can't do this. I called her up, I'm like, I can't do this. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm gonna kill myself, blah, 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 blah. Obviously my mom doesn't know what to do, so she was just like, you just need to calm down, like take a break. I told Derek, I'm like, I have a date set, like it's happening. And he was like, no, you're not gonna do that, like we're gonna figure this out. I think he texted my therapist at the time. I got in with my therapist and we came to the conclusion that it was a like withdrawals. I was having withdrawals. And I basically had to just like ride it out. And I had a fever. I was in bed. This lasted for like 2 weeks and that was just coming off of one medication. Mind you, I had like 7 to come off of. Some were addicting, some aren't addicting, but I don't have an addicting personality. So I was like, oh, this, like, that's not going to be an issue for me. I'm not going to revert back and like start popping pills. So like that was like the worst one because I never saw myself ever saying that I was going to commit suicide. I have like 2 beautiful kids and like a husband and a family. I'm like, what is going on? But I lost my friends. Sadly, I did lose my friends. So then I started with the next medication, which was Buspar. I guess it was like a newer medication that had just come out for, I think it's depression and anxiety. Without the topiramate, Buspar became way too intense for me. Just my stomach and everything was just, it just wasn't right. So I had to come off of that. I kind of just like, I just cut the pill in half. So I started with 1 pill instead of 2. And then with that 1 pill, I cut it in half and then so on and so forth. Skipped a day, take it a day, skip another day. And like did it like that. I know you're not supposed to, but that's just how I did it. And I got off of that. Then I got off all the other stuff. And I was still going to therapy. But the moral of this goddamn story is that I didn't even take the CBD oil at the end of the day. Like, I didn't take the CBD oil. I freaking just stopped taking everything. I started to meditate though, but I stopped going to therapy. And then eventually I stopped meditating. I stopped doing everything that I was doing to help myself grow. And now I'm back to having the seizures. So I'm back to taking all the medications that I was on before, except for topiramate. I will never go back on that ever again. Like, it's just not even worth it to me. Shout out to everyone who can freaking handle that. That's intense. Oof. Sorry. Oof. Okay, I think I'm gonna have a seizure, guys, so I'm gonna get off of here and try to get to the bed before anything crazy happens. So I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.